Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Jessica's channel. This is Air It Out episode 18, and I'm so excited to be here because I feel like this is a turning of a new leaf for a lot of us. That's the energy that's in the collective. But first, let me tell you what Air It Out is all about. Air It Out is a series here where I really go into the energy of the week. I go into what has been placed on my heart and just share with so much love. It's my light that I feel so much joy giving and sharing of the nuggets of wisdom and token that I've learned. It's like, yeah, it's a podcast series here on YouTube. So let's get started. So Air It Out, episode 18, I want to talk about just the importance of being connected to your light, but also nurturing that light and helping it expand and grow. And just this means really worshiping yourself, God, the light within you, but also just worshiping the light within, knowing that you do know the way, that God is with you, and that you are finding your way, and that means being joyful and rejoicing in that connection with yourself and with God, and understanding that when you worship God, you are connected to that fraction of light within you, because you know that when your intention is love, you really see everything in a loving, constructive, powerful way, because God uses everything for our good. If God is with us, who can be against us? And also giving of yourself, really examining how you are giving to the world, how you're giving to your friends, how you're giving to yourself. A big pillar of this life as humans, knowing that we are spirit and we came here to give, and really getting down to how you are giving of yourself. Is it in a loving way? Is it in an abundant way? Are you giving the best of yourself? Because remember, you get what you put in. Period. That's the law of this life. It's you get what you put in. So what are you putting in? Who are you in the tough situations, in the tough moments? Are you having grace with others? Are you loving people through their experience? Are you being there for others? Are you being compassionate? Are you giving people grace? And also, are you doing the work that needs to be done? Really rebuking laziness and understanding that labor of love is a beautiful, wonderful thing. It's purposeful. And also in being human and in this beautiful experience and in connecting to joy, because it's not all about healing. It's not about constantly striving to do, but it is truly about experiencing. And a beautiful way to experience this life is just admiration, it's gratitude, it's admiring the trees outside, the sunshine, the light, the ocean, the new friend that you made at work. It is all of these beautiful moments, these beautiful little moments that make up your beautiful day, and really tuning into them, savoring them, and holding them near and dear to you. It's really admiring God's creation and knowing that we're in such a beautiful place. Earth is so beautiful, and it really allows you to ground and to really be present and be here now, because that's all we have. We only have the eternal now, the eternal moment. That's why it's called the present. When you connect to what you have right now, you're not thinking about the future, you're not thinking about the past. You are fully here experiencing what's in front of you, and it's all that you need. With that being said, when you are fully present, when you are here, you really get to see that you get to choose who you are at every moment. At every moment, you get to decide who you are. You have free will. God gave you free will, and that means that you get to examine the thoughts that come in, and you get to decide if they're serving you or if they're not. And if you're ready to change them, or no longer subscribe to what that limiting belief is saying. So for example, career is really has been really coming up, and just getting down to not believing in those limiting beliefs. When something comes up and the thought is telling you that it's going to be so difficult and so hard, really examine it and say, no, it actually doesn't have to be difficult, and it only becomes difficult when you think it's difficult. Knowing that you can get through any challenge, that you can overcome anything by breaking it down, and knowing that you have everything you need to succeed. You have everything within you to succeed. And that you are always connected to your truth and your light, and you always have the breath and the energy to get through any situation. So knowing that you have all of those tools, you have what you need, there's nothing that should scare you. It's just you deciding and setting your mind to get through this task. And just knowing that you get to decide who you are at every moment. And there are always going to be people who don't believe in you, who don't see you in that way, but that's just there for you to examine and see where maybe you aren't seeing yourself, or you aren't acting in the way that you know you want to act. So just letting that be that mirror, and then exchanging it and acting according to who you know yourself to be. And in that, I also want to just remind you that when you give of yourself, it is so fulfilling. When you are able to give, your heart is so full, your cup is full. And as humans, as spirits, that's what we came to do, because we are all one. We are all children of God. We all come from God. We are all one. So what you do to someone else, you're doing to yourself. What you think about others, you're thinking about yourself. So really, when you're able to connect to this and know that we are all connected, we are all one, you really start to understand and really think about how you want to give back to the world. What do you love? And knowing that whatever you love, whatever you create, someone is waiting to receive that and to exchange for that service. It's knowing that you are worthy of expressing your light, of doing what you love, of creating that love, that someone, and many people even, are waiting to receive that and to thank you for creating love, for your service, because that's really what this life is about. I mean, if you look around us, everything was created by us, by man, by humans. When you go to a store, you're being serviced by another human. When you go out to eat, someone made that food, someone harvested it, someone grew it, someone made those clothes. Even if it was through a machine, our world is advancing and it's developing, but we will never lose that connection to ourselves, to love, because that's what drives everything. We always require a human being behind that, because the light is what creates the love. So in thinking about all of these things, it's just getting clear about what you love and what you want to give back, because there is always that perfect exchange, and believing that and knowing that you have everything that you need to take the first step, and you are abundant. We are so abundant. We are either thinking that we are abundant in lack, or we are thinking that we are always abundant and have everything that we need. So you choose what abundance looks like and feels like to you. It's all a choice, because we are so abundant. We're always very, very abundant. So it's really knowing that you always have what you need. You will always have what you need, and your thoughts are so, so important. They create your reality, and you can always exchange them if they are not serving you. This is all so, so very important and very powerful. And knowing that that's the cycle of life. Things get uncovered. We see mirrors that maybe allow us to see what we are questioning about ourselves, or what we don't really like. If they're reflecting something back to us, and being able to ask ourselves, oh, why am I seeing this? Am I believing this about myself? Is this why it's striking a chord with me? And knowing that you can release it. You are powerful enough, you are strong enough to let it go, to let that limiting belief go and exchange it for something else. And in your path to creating and to building the life that you choose, it's always doing what you love with no expectation. This is so important. When you create, don't have an expectation. Go with the flow, because that's what creation is. It's your conscious mind and also co-creating with your subconscious, with the darkness that is flowing. It's all a balance, it's all a flow, it's all a dance. And your mind often will try to control and will try to tell you what things need to look like, what they should look like, but there is no shoulds. It all is happening perfectly as it's meant to. And when you are able to use that brush stroke or do whatever you're doing with so much love, it's always going to work out in your greatest good. And not stopping 3 feet from gold. Always keep going with love. When you have expectations, you often will stop before you get recognition, because that's all you're thinking about. You're just thinking about recognition from others. But are you recognizing yourself? Are you seeing that what you're doing is love and is recognition within itself, because it's truly what you enjoy doing? So you would really rather not be doing anything else, and that is joy within itself. And I say no recognition because our mind has a way of very constructing things, putting them in a box, and not being able to see past maybe the only things that we've seen and we've observed. But our higher mind, our higher self, God, our fraction of light, knows the way and has the most beautiful, extravagant, luxurious story waiting for you to unfold when you stop that resistance and when you stop that constantly thinking that it needs to be in a certain way. So when you let go of that resistance, you're able to truly see and allow the most beautiful story to unfold. Because when you're acting with love, you really are only going to get love back. That is truly the only thing you can get back, because love protects us. It allows us to be our full selves, and anything that comes our way, we get to make it purposeful and turn it and see it with so much love. So you can never lose when you're acting with love, when you're being loving. It is always going to work out for you. So really knowing that our spirit, that's what we came to do. We came to share of ourselves, we came to give. And when you're not yourself, when you're not doing what you love, when you're not giving of yourself in the love that you came here to share, you'll notice it in the way that you interact with others. Your spirit will be depressed. You literally will feel this decompression and this deflation. And knowing that you're worthy of showing yourself, you're worthy and strong enough to shine your light, and you're worthy of being yourself. You are so safe, you're so protected, you're so loved, and your light is worth being shared. I hope that was helpful. I hope that you are able to see your truth in what I'm speaking and what I'm saying. I hope that you can feel it, and I hope that I have faith that you will be able to connect to your own light and your own love in your corner of the world. And it might start in a small way, but really there is no small way when you connect to your love and your light. It will grow, but it's always at the perfect time, with the perfect amount, for the perfect person, and it will continuously grow, and faith will grow its roots. You just have to continue to trust in yourself, and always lead with love, because that's what we came here to do. We're brothers and sisters, we're children of God, and when we share the best of ourselves, we get the best in return. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Happy full moon. The strawberry full moon just passed, and it was so beautiful. It was gorgeous. I was out camping with friends. But just, thinking about releasing those things that no longer serve you. And of course, strawberries are very, very important to me. So it's been a beautiful time over here on my end, and just being so grateful for what God has blessed me with, and the knowing of myself more, the trusting of myself. It's just been such a beautiful process to witness. So I hope that I have faith that you also are going through your own season of growth and learning to trust yourself. Until next time, bye.